It was a split-second change of mind when Sue Rasmussen dove into the water to cool off over the 4th of July weekend.
The last 2 steps I decided to dive in, and it was shallower than I thought.
Something Rasmussen says she's never done before.
Something you learn back in swimming lessons. You don't dive if you don't know the conditions.
She says the excruciating pain was almost instant.
It's like my elbows went to my shoulders, the shoulders went into my back just crumbled.
But she didn't hit her head and could still move her neck. So while the pain was hard to bear, she says she just tried to brush it off.
The twisting, the bending, the lifting, what you normally do on a normal day, I was doing it. Yeah, it was painful, but I wanted to get better.
Rasmussen says she went to the chiropractor twice that weekend in hopes of finding some relief. But by Sunday evening, the pain had become hard to ignore.
I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand, I couldn't lay, I couldn't find any comfortable position.
And after an X-ray and CT scan, Rasmussen says she was just as shocked as the doctors to hear the extent of her injuries.
Everybody's like, you shouldn't even be walking. For what you've done, you should be paralyzed.
With the help of a few screws and fusions, Rasmussen's fractured spine and ribs are now on the mend, with a little help from what she calls her turtle shell. Rasmussen says while it's difficult to get up and down, she knows it could be much worse.
I think my lucky stars, I've got tons of angels up in heaven watching over me.
And says she urges you and your kids to be more mindful when out at the lakes this summer.
You might end up like me, not paralyzed, but don't take the chance.
In Dilworth, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.